짠통인데요, 뭐.
Thanks for joining us. The start of a new week tomorrow will bring about a big change affecting every single one of us who drives here in town. Metro Police will no longer respond to accidents that don't involve injuries. They say it will allow them to focus on bringing down the number of deadly crashes. So that means if you are in a fender bender, you'll be on your own to exchange information with the other driver and file with your insurance company. That news has some drivers taking matters into their own hands to make sure they can prove just who's at fault. Brian Brennan is live to show us the tool some are turning to. Brian.
Cherie, this is something that can happen to anyone. You're sitting at a stoplight, then all of a sudden, bam, someone rear ends you. Now, starting tomorrow, you're going to be on your own. Luckily, there's no injuries, but it's still your word against the other driver, and a picture can be worth 1,000 words. There are at least two sides to every story, but some tall tales can just take you for a ride.
A person cuts out in front of you and then, blows his horn and gets angry at you.
No one knows that better than Larry Smith. From gang violence to cyber crime, he spent 25 years finding the truth people wanted to keep hidden.
The installation was actually very easy.
Smith retired from Metro a year ago and has become a private investigator. Now with the department's new not showing up to fender benders policy, he says the average driver better be ready to do their own detective work.
There's really not too much that people can do to change that. So for $100, they can do something to protect themselves.
Starting Monday, drivers will be responsible for documenting a non-injury crash the same way a police officer would, taking pictures and getting the information of everyone involved. Police suggest carrying a camera. Smith recommends taking it a few steps further.
Especially like when you get to a situation like we are right here with these large conventions going on. You have people that are out of town and they're not paying attention to what they're doing.
He's installed a dash cam in his car. They can cost anywhere from $50 to a few $100. But he says compared to court fees, they could be well worth it.
If somebody was to hit us from behind right now, we'd be able to show that we were stopped for a pedestrian in the crosswalk and a vehicle in front of us. And what could they say in court?
That's the one thing about tape. Its story never changes.